Tango Charlie 02 Newfoundland. Good afternoon or good morning. This is 104 Division, Corsica Island.
Roger, 104. Okay, that's interesting. 104 Corsica. This is 9 Division here, Western Newfoundland in Canada.
Okay, no problem. Yes, just a short hop and a jump. To you guys. Yes, the name is Roy, Romeo Oscar Yankee, and I'm located on the east coast of Corsica Island. You're 5 and 7, 57 in Corsica, yourself?
Roger, Roy. The personal here is Andy, Alpha November Delta Yankee. Very interesting to have made contact with you today. I don't think I've ever spoken to Corsica, so I thank you for that, and I thank you for taking the call. Your signal's actually pretty impressive considering where you're to.
Yeah, well, we're right in the middle of the Mediterranean here, so I've just been speaking to a guy up there in Ohio, the Buckeye State, and I think it was his first ever contact with Corsica Island, so.
Yeah, well, I guess you're going to be doing a few of those today with the conditions. I've never even known about Corsica until today, so I thank you for that. I'm currently doing a VideoGate. If you're interested, Roy, what I typically do is I do VideoGates from time to time, and I put them on my YouTube channel after I conclude the conversation.
Okay, no problem at all. Glad to be of help, and yeah, I love the videos. I used to do a few videos myself, but hey, I'm getting a bit old now for these things. But I really enjoy it. I've no hardware, any fancy programs, but I get there anyway. So, what is your YouTube channel go under, Andy? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's typically under my personal name. It was originally Tobin Industrial. That's my last name, Tobin. Tango, Oscar, Bravo, India, November. And at some point, the YouTube asked if I would be interested in using my full name for my channel, so I put it as Andy Tobin. But sometimes it comes up, I don't understand quite how it works, but if you search Andy Tobin, you'll find my YouTube channel, but it's also under the one word, Tobin Industrial.
Okay, well, we can do it both ways, yeah, industrial, okay? I'm just writing this down because I'll forget it really. But yeah, that's very, very interesting. And as I say, I like that sort of thing. Are you on Facebook at all, Andy?
Yes, sir, I am. So you would find me under that my personal name as well, and should be no problem to find me. It's a very active Facebook channel I have, and also YouTube is very active.
Okay, well, I can give you my. I can also give you my Facebook page, Andy. It's Roy, R-O-Y, space DX. That's a capital D, a small x. So it's capital R-O-Y, space capital D, small x. Yourself? Roger,
Roy. Yeah, 100%. Roy DX. I'll certainly have a look at that, sir, when I get a chance, and I'll make comment, and perhaps I'll subscribe to your channel or ask for a friend request or something, if that's okay with you. And you may do the same, sir, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Leave a comment. It's great to make contact with people around the world, and it's a great way to do it.
It sure is, Andy. And what I can do, if I'm successful in hooking up with you via the Facebook, I'll send you a little video I made. It's a 360-degree tour around my QTH with the camera attached to my two-element Yagi beam. Yourself?
Oh, that sounds awesome, Roy. I did a few similar videos way back in the day of my community, and I did also another video of me traveling across the island of Newfoundland. Not a full video, of course, but intermittent spots across the island. But yeah, that's I've tried to do a variety of things on my YouTube channel, and sort of watched to see what was interesting to other people and what didn't do so well, and tried to target those audiences.
Yeah, well, it's hard to satisfy everybody. I know that from past experience, but I did it for the fun, to be honest. It sounds a little selfish, but, you know, if people liked it, good. Well, I can tell you this one that I'm talking about now, I think there's been over 5,000 views of it, you know. So, somebody liked it. I think it's something like 5,500 views. So, yeah, somebody's got to like some part of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And I understand what you're saying about enjoying it. And I think in that department, I probably got a bit selfish myself because once I started doing VideoGates, I would get some responses, and there were obviously there's a group of people out there that do like that. It's probably not my mainstream people that's on my YouTube, but I found myself enjoying it as well. So I've sort of inundated my YouTube with a lot of VideoGates on the HF band and the CB band, and I may have drove some of my subscribers away. But there you go, selfish me.
Well, you know, radio is a strange old hobby, you know. I always say it's only a crazy radio nut who can look up at a four-element chord and think it as a thing of beauty. Aye, Giselle?
Absolutely. And in this day and age, Roy, I don't think people really have a full understanding of how important and how integral an analog radio would be in days to come and in months and years to come. If there's ever a solar bit of activity that wipes out all this digital stuff, or heaven forbid, a natural an attack by another country or something, um, this is the only way that people are going to be able to communicate. As we have cell phones and everything now, governments and agencies in that realm are actually in control of everything. They can turn it off, they can turn it on, so they can generally control the narrative, control the news and everything. With radios such as this, and probably what you probably have several radios that are analog, and I can't see a situation where you would not be able to use it. You would be able to communicate and actually delineate, accurate information on the ground and pass it along, and also receive information from state to state, we'll say, or town to town, country to country, and things like that, and get information put out.
Yeah, well, I thoroughly agree with you. My wife, she uses digital communication also on the radio. But I got to tell you, a month ago, I was in Yellowstone National Park. We flew to Utah, Salt Lake City, and then we drove up through Utah, Wyoming, and into Montana. And the thing that surprised me, I had heard about this, but the thing that surprised me within the national park, and you're talking 3 states, going to make up the Yellowstone. And the telephone communications was terrible. They were terrible. I had heard about it, but I didn't think it could be that bad. But it was so patchy, it was unreal. And, I suppose apart from the Rangers with their handheld radios and the radios in the car, that's about the only way they could communicate. But it was a real surprise for me to see such a prime location in the US of A bereft of signals, Giselle.
Oh, absolutely, and that is the trend, and it's a trend that's that's being promoted here in my town. Um, I'm less than 15 kilometers away from the tower, and I can see it with my naked eye. Um, so that's the communication tower. However, I do have a terrible time using my cell phone in the house and places along the street here as I'm going in towards town. And if I was to have to depend on my cell phone now to make an emergency call, the best thing I could do is get up on my roof, I think, possibly, or try to get closer to the tower. But a lot of people don't realize what they call this 4G and 5G. It's fantastic governmentally wise because it has so much more power with range for actual like GPS and positioning, global positioning. 4G and 5G is not about better communications from cell phone to cell phone. 4G and 5G, it's all about government tracking.
Yeah, well, that doesn't really surprise me. It doesn't really, because it is a big brother, a big brother world more and more every day, more and more. I don't think people just realize 1/3 of it, how much tracking does go on. But there you go, we're going about this all day. Anyway, Andy, it's been a pleasure to meet you, and compliments on your station. It's really working a treat there. You haven't gone down below 5.7. And hopefully my signal has held in there a little bit too. The location, as I said, is the east coast of Corsica Island. I'm in a little mountain village, and I'm 1,500 feet above sea level, Giselle.
Roger, yeah, got that 100%. I'll have that documented for sure. I'm in a community called St. George's. That's on the west coast of the island of Newfoundland, and it's the bay that I live next to, right next to, about 100 feet from my front door. Is called St. George's Bay. That's in the Atlantic, St. George's Bay. You'll see that on the map of Newfoundland. So I'm pretty well right on a great big ground plane here. So that gives me a lot of great condition, especially with DX. My working condition, I have a Snake Radio Customs Resto Mod Cobra 2000 radio, and I'm using an Antron 99. It's just 15 feet in the air at the base, but I'm 60 feet above sea level as I look out into the Atlantic. Back to you, Roy.
Well, that's going to be a great ground plane, that the Atlantic being so close. I've done this in the past when I was younger. I remember taking a vehicle right down with the front wheels were in the sea, in fact. And I worked Australia from Ireland with a mobile antenna, and I put it all down to nothing more than the lift from the salt water. So there you go. Andy, many thanks. I enjoyed the QSO. I'll cut you loose and let you get on with whatever you want to do there. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I'll have a look for your YouTube channel. 9 Tango Charlie 02. This is 104 Charlie India 101. So bye-bye from Corsica Island. Thanks, Andy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Roy. And on my last over, I just want to thank you for participating in this VideoGate and a lovely conversation. I'll certainly be listening to it again and reviewing the information and enjoying it as well as I drink a cup of tea. 9 Tango Charlie 02 here in Western Newfoundland, Canada. We're clear with Roy in Corsica. 104 Charlie India 101. God bless you, sir, and have a wonderful day. Happy DXing.
My pleasure. Thanks, Andy. Take care. Bye-bye.